Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Nerd Chat here on Electro Ninja's Lab. Unfortunately, Jack will not be joining us today. He has a bit of chaos happening right now, but we do have a very, very special guest, Gothic Pheonix. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Gothic Pheonix. Um, Also the same on Instagram, but I'm moving most of my stuff to Blue Sky now for, well, reasons we're going to talk about.
Yes, because fuck AI. That is the whole point of this nerd chat. And it's one of the big reasons why I wanted to really bring in Gothic Phoenix because you are a lot more involved with a lot of this stuff than I am. Um, see,
Yeah,
like
'cause- mhm.
I see a lot of it, obviously, but you are actively fighting against it on several different fronts. And honestly, thank you for doing all that hard work. Seriously, um,
I'm
because
just trying to keep more informed. I'm in some Facebook groups that are artists against AI, so a bunch of artists against it. They share news when um OpenAI CEO lose profits, or big one was Disney was going to be with OpenAI and now it's canceled its partnership with them.
which thank
So,
goodness for that. Seriously, that is really
uh-huh.
fantastic. Um, and
Mhm.
and I think part of it is because of the whole thing with I'm forgetting her name right now, but the creator of Owl House, because she is vehemently against AI. Um,
Terrace.
yes, thank you,
Wait.
Dana Terrace. Is that her name?
Yes.
Yeah. As soon as you said Terrace, I was like, oh yes, that's right, her. Um, but yes, so yeah, she is vehemently against AI. She is. That's part of the reason why she's working with Glitch now, which
Which
they are really good. They are very much against AI. Um, if you haven't watched the recent uh, Amazing Digital Circus, you will very clearly see that that whole show is very much a thing about how AI, especially Gen AI, is really bad, and we need to get rid of it.
yeah. Definitely Gen AI is the biggest threat, and that's also why I want to go see the movie to support them in theaters when the Digital Circus movie comes out. I think what June was it 4th or 6th?
It's
I think it was
soon.
4th.
It's sometime in June. I don't remember the
Yeah.
exact times. Um, uh, Definitely something that we will be. I'm not 100% certain if I will actually go see it in theaters, just due to the fact that I'm kind of iffy on theaters in general right now. But I will still be watching it. That is the bare minimum. Everyone should watch it, and whether or not you go to see it in theaters, like that's mostly up to how you feel about it. Um, but yeah. Also, I would briefly like to mention our discussion picture is that of Chicken Nugget.
Mhm.
The creator is vehemently against AI. This is actually her drawing that she used when the parent company uh, was trying to use Chicken Nugget to train AI, and luckily she did get back and all that jazz. Things are looking up for her. Thank you, thank goodness for that. But we felt like this was a good image to actually be for our discussion on this. Um, but yes, there are so many reasons to vehemently hate AI, and Jack and I have talked a little bit about it here and there, especially like when it comes to video games and kind of the iffy situation with uh, some usage of AI, because there are certain video games that did use AI like early in development and stuff. Um,
Mhm.
During that phase when people weren't really fully certain what was going on with AI and how bad it really was, and
Yeah, it became a trend.
it did become a trend. And the thing is, like, it doesn't make you a horrible, irredeemable person if you used AI, especially in those eras when you didn't know what was wrong with it. Um, and that's kind of what this whole video is about. Is like, hey, this is why AI is bad. This is what it's doing to people. Please stop using it. Help us fight the good fight against the terrible, terrible usage of AI.
And
Um,
the corporations don't care
yeah, we're gonna
because
try to.
OpenAI. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna try to avoid like specifically talking about like the politics of it because there is a
Yeah.
lot of political stuff that has been using AI. We're gonna try to avoid that as much as possible because that we don't want to delve into that right this second, and
Yeah,
that's just.
no, that's not what I'm getting at
But
all. Just the corporate, yeah,
yeah,
just the
specifically corporations.
corporations.
We want to talk about
Yeah,
corporations using AI and stuff like that. I'm mostly like bringing it up because it's like it is a very big topic on that side. We're gonna try to avoid
oh
that as
yeah,
much as possible right now. We
yep.
because we want to avoid politics as much as possible when we can. It's one of the reasons why the only one that we have actually specifically talked about, that me and Jack have talked about politics, is literally called the one we didn't want to make. So
Yep.
yeah, we are just nerds. We want to be nerdy. We want to talk about our the fun things. Um, yes, uh, 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 Jack's life is very political due to the fact that he's trans, but at the same time, like we don't want to be like feeling upset about these things. But this,
Mm-hmm.
so that is why I want to specifically mention that we are not going to be focusing too much on that side of things. We're going to focus on the corporations and the terrible things that they have done, the stealing jobs from artists, the terrible, terrible abuse of the whole world, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
and various things like that. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Let's start off with uh, just I guess probably the stealing the jobs. I think that that's probably a good place for us to start talking about it. Um,
Yeah, because there's gonna be like there's still arguments that people say, no, it's not stealing jobs. You just have to use it and learn about. Yeah, I know it's a big argument
yeah,
that it's like sometimes feels like a lose situation when
yeah,
trying to bring it up when it's clear. I mean, you've it's not just artists who are losing jobs, but other people.
yes. So
Yeah, I you've dealt with it.
yes, so AI is currently being heavily used in retail, or not retail, real estate. Sorry, um,
Mm,
and they're really pushing their the various real estate workers to use AI, because they think it's going to be cheaper, it's going to save time, blah 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 blah. Bullshit.
uh-huh.
Um, it has actually caused many people to lose their jobs, and
Yep.
it is really bad. Um, like, uh, uh, I have a family member who has lost who has lost their job because of the fact that they their company was using AI, and
Mhm.
it is truly awful. And that's one example. That is for like real estate, and you would think, oh, real estate should be doing well, right? No,
No.
it's
Yeah.
just no.
Housing market. Yeah.
Housing market is completely trash. Um, there is so much bad. Just everything is bad right now. But that's neither here nor there. But the point is, like, it's not helping. Let me make that very clear.
Oh.
It is not helping in any way, shape, or form. Um,
Mhm.
and
I
like I
didn't
said,
get a chance. Oh, tell you that you probably would have enjoyed this if you were still with where I am. Um, had a customer who literally said to my face, "Fuck AI." She actually cursed like, "Don't get me started." I'm like, I know,
oh,
I know.
we're
That
fully
was
aware.
rare. Yeah,
We're
and
fully
we
aware.
started getting we kind of started getting into it because there was no line. Like, went to the all points and like, okay, here's your title. Have a good day and fight against AI as much as you can.
Yeah, seriously. Um, and
I mean,
it
we
it's
make specific sets like generative AI, and like not all AI are scraping data
yeah,
or using the data centers. I mean, we've had AI in medical to
Yes,
help with
there
surgeries.
there are
That's
certain types
different.
of AI that uh, y- uh, are good, but
Hmm.
it is specifically the generative AI because
Hmm.
it is stealing jobs. It is stealing the work that people have done. Um, Places like Twitter, places like honestly,
Yep.
most of the
We'll
social
never
medias
call
that
it X.
we will
It's
never
always gonna
call it
be Twitter.
X. It will always be
Yep.
Twitter. That
Yep.
is one of that is one of the few dead names that we will continue to use. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, um,
I mean, people still say formally Twitter. Yeah, it's
just
never going away.
don't say formally. Just say Twitter. Just call it Twitter.
Yeah.
Never even call it the other name that it has, um, because it doesn't exist. But also, like everyone's leaving there. There have been so many things with Twitter, and like
Hmm.
anyone who like I don't want to get into the political side of it because it's bad, but like the
I mean, the
program that they
CEO.
yeah yeah
I mean, the CEO Elon supports open AI. He is one of the big funders.
yeah, that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
So
there's
of course.
so much with it, so much with the AI, just everything with it, and like what it has been used for on like yeah the pornographic images. I'm not gonna say exactly what it is. Do not look it up because if you can avoid it, but it's bad. Um, Stay away from Twitter because it has been used in so many ways to hurt so many people, and including children. And yeah,
Yeah, there was a specific name they called these images, fake. There's a specific name for it, and it would happen before like AI was generative AI was a thing,
yeah,
and it's always been an issue, and now it's even more of an issue
yeah. There,
because now people can just use that for what they call, revenge. You know what?
yeah. There's
Yeah.
all sorts of things with that, and it is truly awful what people are using it for. And like as much as he may say, "Oh, I'm trying to stop it," he's not. He has proven
No.
by his actions that he is not doing anything to stop it. And
Yep.
also based off of his previous actions, he is probably for it, which is the even worse issue. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that is not okay. We need to and it's part of the reason why a lot of people are jumping ship from Twitter to go to other
Mhm.
places. As soon as that program got implemented, like a whole shit ton of artists immediately jumped ship over to places like Blue Sky, where they are anti AI. Um, Granted, sometimes you will come across like an AI page on Blue Sky
Yeah.
and stuff.
It,
They
there
can't
is
really do much
unfortunately
about
that.
to stop that from happening, but they are trying their hardest to not let it happen.
But
And
you can block it.
you can
There's a
block
way to
it.
block it. Yep. And I love that.
And I believe
I
that they
think
also
now
have like a way
Instagram.
to report it if it's AI. I could be wrong, but I think that is something that they have. I don't remember. Um, but there is a lot with that, and it's it's good that that this program that Blue Sky is existing and they are working to fight AI. Um, they are pretty much just a platform, though. They are not. They don't have they don't have complete control of what is being posted, and honestly, they shouldn't. They're people
Mhm.
should be able to post what they want to, but we also need to fight
Right.
AI because it
Point.
is
Yeah.
within reason. There is obviously like
Yeah,
certain
within.
there is like some things where you do need to be like, hey, don't do that, but
Mhm.
like too much policing is bad, but also like people should have a bit of a way to actually post things, and it is free
Mhm.
speech. And if you
Yep.
remove free speech, then you're making things worse. But that's not the
Yeah.
point right now. Um,
Um, I think also Instagram has also now implemented a way where you can block certain words too,
they
as
might
I
have. They might have.
rediscovered. No, I kind of rediscovered this. I'm like, what's the? Oh, you can now do phrases.
Yeah.
The sad thing is, one downside is, yeah, you can block the AI tags from both socials. However, if someone uses anti AI tag, there's still AI in it, so it'll probably block that as well.
Yeah. That is kind of an issue. But at the same time, like if we can fight it, great.
Hmm.
Um, and it's I think that people who are if you cannot figure out another way to block AI, I think that people who are saying anti AI stuff, they are probably better. They're more happy with you saying blocking all AI stuff than actually seeing the AI stuff yourself. So, I mean, obviously, it kind of depends on the exact person, but yeah, that each of us has to do our own way to fight AI, and that's
And and I know people are still learning on what exactly is AI. It's not so cut and dry anymore, especially now that they like for example, I think they're now getting rid of the platform, but there's still other apps. One of the big AI generative AI apps that people had used was Sora,
and that's gone
which you
now.
could always tell when someone used Sora because Sora's little icon would move to corners. And so if you saw like suddenly a blur there, or if you see the actual logo moving, you would know it was generative AI video.
Yeah,
Because I mean, it was realistic, like realistic dogs, cats,
yeah, it was bad.
and then they would also you know how like some people have like the ring cameras or the black and white
Yeah,
door cameras and stuff, security cameras.
yeah,
Yeah, they were replicating that, and you couldn't really tell because those kind of videos are sometimes grainy and blurry, and yeah.
yeah.
um I
And
know I'm
the other thing with that as well is like I'm not certain if it was like a joke or something, but some people were putting in the Sora AI thing as like even when it was clearly a actual video. Um,
Yeah.
so it might have just been a joke, or it might have been like I don't know.
Or they could have been trying to poison. I
Yeah,
mean, there are some of us artists who are like, uh, are trying when they realize because it is training on their art, they find a way to sort of poison that. So whatever they copy, it's poisoning what the learning. Yeah.
yeah,
I know I'm on a Facebook group, Artists Against Generative AI, that really's been helping educating people. One of the rules was you cannot make a post saying, "Is this AI?" Because there are people in the comments that'll like literally teach you, and then if you're posting like a generative AI post, you circle the parts that you notice that made it AI,
yeah,
and that was up for discussion. Like suddenly have the figure has 5 fingers, or the fence like suddenly goes to nowhere.
yeah. There's a lot of it, and it's like there is currently a debate on like freaking uh Marvel Rivals because they've specifically said that they do not use AI.
Hmm.
Um, but like some of their images, there's like a few glitches and stuff, and some people are like, "Oh, humans wouldn't make that issue." They would, is the thing.
They would.
Humans make mistakes, and
Yeah.
that is fine. but it's because of it's poisoning the idea of like you can't make mistakes or else you're gonna be if you make any mistakes whatsoever you're gonna be classified as AI, and
Yeah.
that's disgusting because like there are so many artists who want to learn, who want to practice, but they just can't because
Because
of
they're
they're
scared of being accused. Yeah,
they're
it's
scared of being accused, and like and with that as well is like another topic to discuss is like tracing. But before all this AI discussion came about, is like a lot of people would make a huge amount of fuss over tracing, and
mhm,
granted, there are a lot of things that are bad about tracing in certain situations,
mhm.
but the thing is that
If you're learning,
many artists are learning. Many artists are learning about like all sorts of things, and part of the
poses,
process to learn how to
anatomy.
do it
Yep.
is tracing. Um,
Mhm.
and honestly, it's one of the reasons why I really love Witch Hat Atelier, because like one of the early points in that is that she traces a spell in order to learn how to do it. And granted, it's a bad spell, but she didn't know that at the time. Um, but that is like a different situation. It's the point of it
Yeah, and
is
I
that you
liked that
learn.
part too, because she was doing it by like eye, but she felt like she wasn't getting it right, and then she realized, oh, they're tracing, and then it was suddenly, yeah.
Yeah.
So I really like you could see all the. It was like an actual artist sort of attempting.
Yes. It's great. Jack and I are working to try and get to plan out some things. Like I said, just a lot of stuff has been going on with him right now. But we are planning to actually review the first two episodes of Witch Hat, and probably
Oh,
every episode, which is going to be fun. We'll discuss that
speaking
later. But yes.
of Witch Hat, a similar also, Luce Owl House, when she was drawing the spells too, she did the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, that is true. That is 100% true. She was tra-
Learning the spells.
she's learning.
Mhm.
If you're learning, sometimes you have to if you're not if you're still learning how to do something, sometimes you copying the exact motions. And the thing like a lot of people I think one of the ones that was really an interesting discussion is when the Odd Ones Out did a video not that long ago where he specifically was talking about the origins of animation and stuff like that, and he was talking about motion capture and
Mhm.
ray tracing, and or not ray tracing. Sorry, I'm forgetting what the term is.
Green screen.
No, the thing that was used in like the old Lord of the Rings cartoons.
Ah.
Uh,
Mm.
I'm forgetting the term right now. Um, rotoscoping. That's what it is. Which is basically tracing. And like he talked about how like early on they did do that. They did have like or they put like a filter over it or so on and so forth for live action footage because they were learning how to animate. Like these are very early techniques, and learning how to properly do this uh rotoscoping to or motion capture as well, it gets it does cut some cost, but it is also primarily to teach people. It is to teach people how to
Mhm.
do these things. That is not what AI is doing. There's no
And
teaching happening.
mm, exactly. Can I bring up another point?
Yes.
It's that point because okay, two things. You know how when and still a thing, but not as much. But when it was a thing, all these um trends were happening. The Ghibli Studio one got that
Oh,
one
that
was
was so bad.
no, that was so bad. Even didn't Hayao Miyazaki
Oh, he was
um
pissed. He
oh
was
yeah.
pissed. when
I
that
mean, he
happened.
already made his stance years ago before AI when it came to AI.
Yeah,
Um,
he was
and then there
pissed.
is, and also most now generative AI images you see that look like the fake Pixar is what I'll describe it as.
Yeah,
Um, it is based off of one artist's art.
yeah,
He did a bunch of fan art, and it's so sad because they were amazing. But the AI learned specifically on his art, and so yeah.
yeah. If
But since it's fan art, it's not like he can sue.
yeah, and uh, it is one thing that, as well, that I hate that it had to happen, but a lot of artists are now being forced to show their process, um,
Yep.
and you
There's
shouldn't
also a sad thing about that.
you shouldn't have to show your process in order to prove that you
Hmm.
are an actual artist. Granted, showing your process sometimes it's fun. It's sometimes it's a good idea, but at the same
Yeah.
time, you shouldn't have to. Um, like there's this one guy I've been seeing every now and again, who's doing live streams of making realistic, um, Pokemon, and he
Hmm.
says he has like a very big thing that says if you ask if it's AI, you will be blocked. And
Hmm.
at first I was like, um, okay, but then I saw another live stream of him doing it and actually doing the drawings, and I'm like, oh yeah, that completely makes sense why you would want to do that, because yeah,
Yeah.
if you get
Especially since
into
there are also.
if you get into a point where he's not drawing it at the time, but he's just simply looking at his art, sometimes you're going to be like, oh, is that AI? Because uh, and be like, oh, you're a terrible person, blah 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 blah. But in actuality, he's actually drawing this stuff. He's trying to make realistic looking Pokemon, and
Yeah. I
that
mean,
is good. I'm glad that he's doing that stuff. Um,
yeah. And because it's sad that there is now also, like, months in when people were fighting against AI, trying to prove, like, not AI, of course, generative AI, there, and I don't know what it was, but there had been some apps that could fake showing their work kind of thing
yeah,
because it learned from artists who were proving their work and
yeah,
uh,
yeah. It just got worse
yeah,
and worse, and like
yeah,
some of these people are like really they're really good artists, and I hate that they have to do this now, because it's just like so many people at this point AI is getting to every time that you say um oh AI isn't that good, it can't get that good, blah 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 blah, it's not going to steal jobs, you're also telling every time that you watch an AI thing, you are telling them, hey, I like this, hey, this is a good idea, keep doing this.
yep.
um
That's exactly why the Facebook group that I'm in, they say you cannot post AI images or repost AI images unless you are posting it to specifically say what it is that makes it AI.
yeah, and but yeah, so that is a very important thing, and by doing that, by saying, hey, but even by if you look at it, you watch it, you share it, any of that stuff, um, you are telling that person, hey, this is a good job you're doing, and that's the problem. Um, if you're laughing at it, that's a problem. And
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say who it was, but there was a Twitch streamer that I was following for a bit because he did some interesting videos, talking about like people's outfits in Final Fantasy 14. People can probably figure out who I'm talking about. Um, but he occasionally, he watched a video of like a WoW AI thing on his stream, and I told him, "Hey, don't do that. It's promoting it. And he was like, "Oh, it's not stealing
Mhm.
jobs or anything like that. It's just dumb fun." And it's no, that's the problem. If you promote it, if you talk about it, if you like, even if you're just like laughing
You
at how
repost
stupid it
it.
looks,
Yeah.
you're still
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, this is a good thing that you're doing," and it's not.
Yep. Yeah, they take the algorithms, they pay attention to that. Any sort of reaction, reshare, watching it. The best thing you could do is as soon as you find it's AI, get away from it.
Yes.
Close the window.
Do not share it to
And if
anyone.
it,
Do not look
especially
at it. If you are
if
going to
it's
do
like an ad,
anything, you
you're
report it as like if it's sexual, report that as sexual is
yep.
one thing. Um,
Hmm.
Sexual
I mean,
content.
because
Like granted,
YouTube has a bunch of
yeah,
sort of AI ads, especially when it comes to there's those like it reads the short stories kind of things
yeah.
and promotes that, and just the best thing you can do is close the window. Sometimes I found that I can eventually make the ad stop after like closing the window 3, 4, or 5 times.
Yeah.
I've done
I
that with
have
like songs I want to listen to,
so one thing
and I didn't
to
want to
also be
listen to
aware
that.
of with this is um every video that you watch, including shorts, one of the things that I would
Hmm.
always recommend that you do if you are getting AI videos popping up on your feed or AI ads as well, there's three little dots on every single video, both when you're watching
Uh-huh.
it and when you're before you actually see it, and you can click on it. And if it's an ad, you can click block, and it will block those ads from ever being seen by you.
Wait,
Uh,
are you doing it from the website or the app? Because I
Both.
watch it through the app. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. So always do that. For ads, you can block. For videos, you can say don't recommend this channel, and
Mhm.
that helps to fight it little by little. Always do that. If you do see something like that, it is better um to say do not recommend this channel, or if it's an ad, to block that channel, to block that ad, and specifically say I do not want to see this ad, um, because it will help fight against it. Granted, it might still show like things that are similar, but by doing little by little, you eventually get it to the point where it stops sending you these videos, um, and it kills it little by little, and that is a good way to fight it. Anyways, um, so we've talked a lot about like how it's stealing things and the troubles that it's gone that artists have been dealing with it. Um, let's briefly talk. Let's talk about the environment and all it's doing there. Oh boy. So, for those of you who are unaware, there are multiple AI data centers, and there's some in Texas, there's some in Georgia, um,
Mhm.
and it is truly awful what it is doing to the people who are living in these areas. These people did not choose to live in these areas. They don't have a choice in where they live. They can't move out and very easily, and they are stuck living next to these places. And these places are polluting their water. There is a video that you shared to me the other day, about
From last year when the generative AI began, the
yes,
big surge.
and that it's slowing down their water. It is and the water that does come through often has a lot of disgusting products that are in it, or yeah, residue and stuff like that. That
Yeah,
is
from
just
I think it was called like it's from the data centers themselves, the recycled water, which is not clean water anymore, and then it's supposedly supposed to be recycled properly and get rid of, but there's nowhere for it to really go. And so, yeah.
Yeah. And it's creating a massive amount of just disgusting residue, and it's bad. It's it is hurting people, and that's just the water. The power usage. Oh my gosh, these things require so much power usage. They
Mm-hmm.
and these people who are living in these areas are being forced to pay for it. It's not the companies that are paying for this power. It's
No,
they're
it's the
pushing
people.
the cost onto all of these other people who are just trying to live their lives.
Yep. I mean, my grandma told me when we met up for something, how one, can't remember where she said, but one area successfully fought against that. They were gonna, I guess it must have been maybe a dead mall, or an area that's dead now. Business went down, just like how Kmart turns into the spirit stores,
Yeah,
because they are dead lots and nobody's sold it or anything like that. um so an area successfully, the community came together and fought against them buying out that land for the data center.
yeah.
I don't know if it was in Kansas or.
Wherever it was, that's great. I'm glad that
Mhm.
that they fought it to get rid of it, and it's
So it can be done.
it can be done. So keep fighting the good fight, to get rid of AI as quickly as you can, and that's that's just like the beginning of it. There's also like all of the aspects of like um when you're like RAM and all of these different aspects where people are like for gamers and stuff. It's why your PlayStation costs as much as it is.
Mhm.
It's why people couldn't get PlayStations. It's why people couldn't get why people currently can't get PCs. It's be-
Mhm.
it's going up in price. All of these things are going up in price, and they're trying. The companies are trying to be like, we still want to sell to the people, but they are taking on a lot of that price themselves. Um, because the AI data centers are buying up all the RAM, buying up all the other things, and it's making all of the prices go up because it's not an unlimited resource. It is like it takes time to make these resources, and it's hurting people. It means that they can't that there's going to be fewer gamers. There's going to be fewer people who are going to be able to play their specific games, um, because of the nonsense that's going on, and that's part of the issue.
Uh-huh. And then you've got more pro AI people trying to get into the gaming industry and taking over that way too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the thing is, like, we should also briefly talk about like games using AI for all of like there's so many games that are coming out at this point in time, and they're it's especially bad at this point in time because we are in an era where AI was just created, and as such, there are a lot of people who don't know what's going on, or didn't know what was going on when they started things, and then it's found out, oh, they used AI for something. Let's bring up the elephant in the room, Expedition 33. Um,
Mm.
so this game has specifically said uh, that uh, they did use AI at one point, but it was used for placeholder things as basically a early in development of the game. Keep in mind, this is a small company, and and also this was when AI was starting to get into the groove was starting to become a thing, and people hadn't found out just what was happening yet, at all. And because of that, they did get rid of all of the AI in their actual game. But because of the fact that they did use it at all, there are some people who are like, I will never play this game. And that is completely within your right to do. But it is also important to remember that sometimes people are going to use something early on, not realizing that that it's bad, and they have to change. Everyone,
Mm-hmm.
it happens with all sorts of things. It doesn't. It's not just like AI or whatever. Some people are going to say something early on in their careers, and then they realize, oh fuck, I did not actually mean. I realize my mistake and grow from it. Um,
Yep. And
and
then there's this other side. Can I, or do you want to finish first?
uh, basically, what I'm saying is like,
Mhm.
if you don't like Expedition, if you don't want to support Expedition 33 because they did use it at one point, then that is fine. But also understand that that they have worked to try and redeem themselves, to because they are not using it anymore. So be aware of that. Anyways, you were saying you wanted to say something.
Okay. Well, on the other side of the spectrum, there are the ones that will say, uh, I only found this after I got the game. This is coming from IGN. Um, Resident Evil Requiem developer Capcom insists it won't use generative AI assets. However, in its video game, the major Japanese publisher and developer behind popular series has revealed that while it doesn't use Gen AI assets in their games, it is exploring ways to use generative AI to streamline the game development process.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
issue.
yeah,
And there are a lot of things with that are like, no, don't do that. Do not fucking do that. Um, it is not a simple uh, thing, because like some of it, it's like there are certain aspects of it that people are using for AI to simplify things, and it's it's complicated. And saying all AI is bad is dangerous, because there are certain AIs that have helped in certain situations, like in medical
mm-hmm,
situations and stuff like that. But this specific situation is not that type of situation. Um,
mm-hmm.
and you have to be very careful. And my concern with it is Capcom's new game that is coming out. It's either out or it's coming out. Um,
Which game is?
the one with the robot girl. Um,
Oh,
now, I I don't know if they used AI for that. I do
mm-hmm.
not know. I have not seen anything specific. However, part of the reason why I refuse to play it or even mention its name, I will only describe it, is because of the fact that I don't know if they are trying to say that AI is good, because that is what it is sounding like to me that they are trying to say with that game.
Yeah.
It is because whoever this uh, she's a little girl that the main character is trying to save, and most of the AI is bad, but this little one, this specific one, is good. That's a dangerous precedent to say in your video game, because that's dangerous. That is a very iffy situation. That is a slippery slope as to what exactly are you saying by saying that. Um,
Yeah. Honestly, you think humanity would learn? I mean, look at all our movies and like what's that video game? I think it's called Being Human.
Detroit
Or
Become
uh,
Human.
yeah.
That is a very complicated topic.
Uh-huh. I know.
Oh my gosh. The thing is, I actually think that it is actually a really good game, but also I
Mhm.
do understand what people mean by the fact when they're saying like it's kind of hurting people because it's comparing
Mhm.
like the thing is there are going
Yeah.
to be some people who are not going to fully understand racism unless you do it like something like that is the
Yeah.
problem. And that's
Yeah.
why I think that it's still a good game. But
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
at the same time, I do understand why people are like, you're comparing this to this other. You're comparing it to something that is really bad that has happened, and the thing is, like, they're not gonna understand that. It's a different situation, but some people are not gonna understand racism unless the character looks like them. Holy
Yeah.
shit! I wish that wasn't true, but it is unfortunately the case that there
So
are
they
many.
use a classic literature thing, which is you have it focus on something else with the something else they're being their robot essentially.
Yes,
Mhm.
and because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The robots in Detroit Become Human are basically slaves, and they do compare it
Yeah.
to
Yep.
literal slavery that happened in America,
Yep.
and
Uh-huh.
like that's just a fact that it is completely
Yeah.
comparing it to that, and that's not good. But at the same time, some people are not going to understand how bad it was without that, and it's gonna help them to understand it, to learn from it, to be
Yep.
better, and
But yep.
but
But
that's like
like
the point. That's kind of the point when it comes to all of the issues that it rises. Um,
sorry, that's my cat.
oh, I didn't hear that. I was my Jack just sent me a
Okay.
message.
Okay, that's good because he's playing peekaboo. He's
Oh,
having the little
all good.
uh
Jack is
yeah,
often watching like shows and stuff when we do this, and also yelling at his pets.
and, and almost ran over my foot. He's a little black he's my little black kitty. Um
Yeah,
runs really fast like the Flash. Not
fair enough.
kidding.
Fair
It
enough.
leaps one side of the room to outside the door in the hallway.
But yes, back to our point about like
Yeah.
Detroit Become Human versus like the new Capcom game. That's the problem. Is like
Mhm.
some people are going to see that game and they are going to compare that AI, even if it's not actually using AI
Mhm.
assets or anything like that. It is they're going to look at that and say, "Oh, I should want if this AI is good, then maybe real AI is good as well." And that's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. So let's focus more on the Matrix because Matrix is like the biggest one that kind of like, hey, no,
Yeah.
generate, no.
Yeah, and like granted, Matrix is not necessarily specifically about generative AI. It's about various different
True.
AIs, but at the
Mhm.
same time,
But
you need
it
to
talks about like
understand.
AI taking over. Yeah.
Yeah, remember that it can.
Mhm.
If you do not stop it from doing stupid things, then you will cause problems.
Yeah, because
And
it's learning. It
it
is
is,
learning.
it is learning,
And
and
that's the problem. And the saddest thing is other countries have outside the US, especially Europe, have stronger laws against generative AI
which is good.
that helps protect artists and all that. The US does not have that at all.
Yeah, and that's part of the issue.
Uh
Um,
huh.
if
So
we
people talk to their Congress.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we're dealing with other situations right now, so people are
yeah.
less focused on like fighting against
Hmm.
AI. But the thing
Yeah.
is, we need to unfortunately, we need to fight on several different fronts. Um,
Yeah.
and that's
Like,
annoying. But at the same time, we have to. We're not gonna. Oh my gosh, America's a mess. But that's besides the point. Um, but yeah, keep fighting. That's the important thing. Is like every time that you see someone using AI, do call them out. Do explain to them exactly what the reason is.
yeah,
Send this
don't
video to
be
your friends who are like, hey, why they're using AI for whatever reason. You need to
yes,
send it to them and
and
see what is happening.
join if it even if it's in your community, or get people in your community, make a group, or find Facebook groups that say like artists against generative AI or focus against generative AI. That way you can learn yourself, you can learn news, and spread word around. And when you're calling people who are using AI, don't be rude about it. Be, you know, um, not kind, but polite about it, because
Yeah.
they may not know um, why it's so awful. They might just be like following the trend because it seems so fun, and that's how it gets you. It makes it seem like it's very fun, very lighthearted, and, but
It's
no,
not.
it's not.
It's
It's no, yeah,
and there are so many levels of it that are just like you have to be aware of it. And the thing is, like, so much of the issues are that we're going to have to fight it. We are going to have to keep working to make things better. And unfortunately, um sometimes sometimes things are going to slip through the cracks, but we need to keep fighting against it. And
yeah. And I know
if
some people don't care about like the job part, or uh, that's bad against the earth. But if you bring up the fact that, hey, look at your water bill, look at your electricity bill, look at your gas bill.
well, the gas
This
bill's
is
a different
a
thing, but
big.
that's also true.
Oh yeah. There is some. Um. Yeah. But the electricity and um water bill specifically from like PG&E and stuff. Why you think it's being raised? Especially those close to data centers.
Yes.
They will see cost rise, and it's not the which that are going to be hurt. It's always the middle class and the lower class.
Especially the lower
And that,
class, because here's the thing.
yeah,
Here's another thing. Big companies,
and
when they are
most
trying
dudes,
to set up a spot, they will look for places that are vulnerable.
rural. Yeah,
Like
rural, yeah.
let's take for example what happened a few years ago with Tesla. As much as I hate Tesla, I hate Tesla a lot, and this is part of the reason why. Um,
Uh-huh. Because he
is
helps fund. Yeah.
Tesla set up a pretty massive build near in between the towns Reno and Fernley, um, in Nevada, and the Reno Sparks area is like they're kind of a little bit richer, but they are also like they're uh, they're the better off situation.
Mhm.
But like Fernley is a very rural town. It is a town where a lot of people struggle to leave. It is a town where a lot of people um, struggle a lot, and even to find jobs. And a lot of the people were really excited when Tesla came to there because of the fact that it would get them jobs. And the thing is that there are going to be people who are going to be like, I can finally get a job and work for, even if it is for this company. And that's the problem because they can't, while it is getting them a job, it is also hurting themselves because this company does not give a shit about them. It,
Yep.
and it'll kill you little by little, and that's the biggest
Mhm.
issue. And
Mhm.
I have a friend who is currently living in that area and is working at Tesla, and he hates it. Um, but he doesn't have a choice because that's where he lives. And
Mhm.
when you live in a certain spot, sometimes you're just gonna suffer,
Close to,
unfortunately.
yeah,
And
or to make ends meet. Yep.
and that's another thing is you need to think about the people who are less fortunate than you in these situations, because yes, there are certain things like that where you will need to the big issue is like how do we one get rid of these things that are hurting people but also help them to actually find jobs is the other thing. And that like we need to fight the AI, but we also need to remember that we need to help the people who are suffering to become to find new places to work, new places to help them get better jobs. and
And the
and that's
unfortunate part also about, there are some people now that they will not care until it starts to affect them personally.
yes.
So
And
that's why bringing up that those, hey, look at your bill now, compare it to what had been previous years. See the rise?
yeah.
Here's why.
And like
Till it happens to us.
some of it is other things. Uh, it's not just the AI. There are other things
Mhm.
that are affecting it, but at the same time, you need to remember that that is part of it. It is 100. It is definitely part of it. That the reason that we're having this issue is because of the AI, and
Mhm.
it's also important
Should
to
we?
remember, as much as we want to avoid the politics side, uh, the politicians are using AI for their own purposes.
Not all, but yes. The
Not
ones
all,
who
but
are
some.
siding with the open AI, yes.
Yes, they are using AI for their purposes, and it's
Shall we get
it
into the privacy part of
oh
it too?
probably should, yeah. Let's talk about privacy
Let's-
when it comes to AI.
Oh, can I bring up? I have a good one. So there had been this trend, this whole turn yourself into a cartoon trend. That was another after AI. I think
Yep,
this was like
yep,
beginning of this year or end of last year that this was happening.
yep,
And people, of course, were feeding their own personal images into the machine. Like, so great. Now it knows your actual face. Hey, it's learning your face.
yeah,
What's it going to do with that data? It's not just going to stay there after you've used the image and delete. It's now whoever owns that app or whatever, they have your information now. Your physical. Mhm.
yeah.
They
And
can they can find maybe I don't want to be that paranoid person because there is no this is all I guess would be considered subjective because there's no we don't know what it's doing with the data for certain.
oh, we can
But
we can
one
pinpoint one thing actually. So
mm,
there is I don't know if you know about him, Youth Pastor Ryan. Do you know who he
yes,
okay.
yes.
Very great guy,
Who's
very
this
funny guy. He is
uh-huh,
very
called
much
out the
helping with
scammers and
security and saying fuck AI.
yep.
Um,
And he was saying like was he even said
he
that
his
he was ex
face
homeland.
his face ended up in a political AI video, and
Oh,
he would like he said that he thinks it was probably because he just has like a very standard white guy face, but at the same time that is also telling that most likely somebody got that program got his face because he is all over YouTube. He is all over TikTok. He is all over everything, and
hmm,
it probably stole his face for that
yep.
video.
Somebody probably downloaded a video from his TikTok if he allows people to in
I
order to
assume that they
reshare
do.
and fed it into an app or something.
And even if you
But
miss like just one, then that still happens. So yeah.
Mhm. I mean, another thing why I was saying I don't want to be that paranoid person, it could maybe even find your location
Yes.
by your surroundings in your photo.
Yeah. I mean, granted, people do that constantly.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
let's be honest. If you show where you live at all, there's going to be someone who is going to find you.
oh
Unfortunately,
yeah.
um,
And it's
it's
fortunate
bad.
privacy that we've dealt with. We're aware of. We know how to fight
Yeah,
against it. Yeah, don't share your exact location ever. And
yeah.
after
It's
you're
one of the
done with
reasons
the
why
first
I
thing you
I
post,
really
don't wait
question.
till after. If you're gonna post your location, wait till you're away from that location to
Yes,
post.
yes,
Like you just saw a movie, you want to do a whole check-in thing. Wait till after you've seen the movie when you're home. Then do
yeah,
your check-in.
yeah. That is true. And uh, it's actually like a thing that I'm like thinking about and now. So Latios is doing uh uh is planning to do some live streams where he's going to play Pokemon Go, and
Mhm.
that's
Oh, yeah, Pokemon
oh
Go with their
yeah
we never knew. We never knew when this started. We just thought we were showing like locate like when you're scanning, they call it scanning a Pokestop, and it would give you like special awards for it, like a Poffin, um,
yeah.
or
But
to
that's
feed
keeping
your
track
buddy.
of your
It's
positions, and especially like doing that as a live stream. It's one of the reasons why I specifically say I told him I wouldn't do that. I would not live stream that because it is true that it's going to follow you. There are going to be some people who do not like you, no matter who you
Mhm.
are, who are going to see that, and they are going to attempt to um, do all sorts of bad things to you. Let's say, like this is just like an example. Let's say that you are going, you're walking through you're live streaming Pokemon Go. Somebody could be, they don't even have to try that hard. They can, as you're like scanning, you're swiping on a Pokestop. Someone sees the name of the Pokestop, and they could be
Ooh,
they hate you, so they call the police and say that there's somebody with a gun in that location, and that's something that AI is able to do
there
with
let me
this
bring up
stuff.
another fact. When it comes with Pokemon Go, sometimes the Pokestops, it's not like terribly specific. Like a lot of like Starbucks ones, you don't know what Starbucks.
Yeah,
There's a lot of those ones, so it's you don't have to worry too much. Not always regarding that.
but at the same time, there are
Unless
certain places that are like that.
unless you're like in like specific like um traffic that are high traffic tourist area, like in San Francisco, if something says the Monterey, whatever, or not Monterey, so sorry. Um,
Well, I mean, it's a similar situation there.
the,
Like if you do
the
see that, then
Golden
you
Park.
know where they are.
Yeah, those ones, yeah, but like minor Pokemon stops, there are all these different ones. Like there'll be Pokemon stops that will just be like a photo of um a wall of that an artist did.
Yeah,
So you won't, as long as he doesn't like try to then click on that and say pull up on map,
yeah,
he should be good, because that is a thing you can do. Once you click on that Pokestop, you can try to find its location and
yeah,
search through it through Google Map. It'll give
yeah.
you
But my point still stands because it's like
but
when it comes to the AI specifically is like they're looking people if somebody really hates you, they can do that
Mhm.
very easily, and it yeah. There's a lot of things with that, and like hopefully it's not gonna happen, but at the same time, you don't want to risk it, and it's but the AI can do these things that
And
are
I feel as long as
causing that, and yeah,
I feel like sorry, I'm probably gonna be a little against um you regarding the Pokemon Go thing, because it's a if or situation.
yeah,
'Cause as long as he's just live streaming the game and not showing himself like in real life going,
yeah. That is true. That is true.
have
That
less issue. And a lot of people do live stream, but they only do it like their screen of the Pokemon Go. So all
yeah,
they see is a random character going to these places.
yeah.
Um,
But
as
yeah,
long as he doesn't try to find it in map, and as long as he doesn't scan. Now, see, it's the scanning the Pokestops that's what's they're treating their AI, and they actually said that they were using. I think it was only a few months ago that we found this out that they are now using Niantic is using that the scanning locations to
yeah,
train their robot.
yeah,
That's I think it's like for delivery.
yeah. Something like that. But it's
And that's why when I play Pokemon Go, there's that option where like, oh, show the Pokemon like in your real life setting. I never used that.
no,
It
never.
was a
Don't do that.
pain too because suddenly these like legendaries, you have to be like a certain distance away to like capture them, and they are showing like their realistic Pokemon size, like what it would actually be in real life. They're humongous. You can't back away from that if you're in a room.
Yeah,
I
especially
gave
like
up.
when it
I'm like,
comes to
no.
like something like freaking Kyogre. Let's just use Kyogre as the example.
Well, that was yes, that was the exact one. The first one I tried, and I learned hard. I'm like, I
Nope.
can't capture this. It keeps telling me to move away. That I'm too close, but I can't move away anymore.
Yeah,
I'm cornered.
yeah, and there's so much with it, and you have to be extremely, extremely careful, and we shouldn't have to be this careful with all of these things. Um, we should people should be able to live their lives, but the thing is that these programs are doing all of these things, and we need to work together to stop it. And that's the simple answer. But
I know my grandma keeps confusing Gen AI with AI, and she's thinking I'm against AI in general when that's not the case. I had to, because she, not too tech savvy, so kind of
yeah,
relies on me and my mom sometimes when we come visit to help her with her own phone or like printer. And so we weren't there, so she talked to an AI bot um, to help fix her printer, um, and it helped her. And she's like, "We're in the future now. It's happening. You can do that." I'm like, I'm not against like these like assistant tools. I can understand, but when they start affecting real life people's jobs and welfare,
yeah.
that's when it's an issue. I'm not saying I'm against all AI. That is not what I am saying.
But there are certain things
And
like
she's
that,
like,
and
and she
like
was like telling me that I should maybe start learning. Like, no, I don't want to learn generative AI. I am not. The more you try, like
the more
you
you
give
trust it,
in,
the
they win. They
yeah.
win. So no, I am never going to use generative AI.
And it's the same thing with it is a little bit of the situation with the
I mean,
assistants.
LinkedIn keeps like promoting it. I mean,
Oh
there are
fuck
some people.
LinkedIn. I actually hate LinkedIn now so much. They
They,
are constantly so as some of you guys may know, I want to be a voice actor. I want to actually do some voice acting jobs. I've talked a little bit about this in like several different videos. I would love to do some voice acting. LinkedIn keeps telling me to go to these places that are just wanting to steal my voice for
Mm.
AI. And I'm like, no, fuck you. I am not doing that. That is not something that you should actually do. But
Yeah,
that's one thing. Um,
definitely, check out artists and stuff because I've been keep running into like posts of like from minor artists saying they're trying to do a storyboard for cartoons and looking for voice actors.
yeah, we could talk about that later. I would
Yeah.
actually like to see
Hmm.
if I can figure out some things with that. I would love to do some voice acting. That would be fantastic. But yeah, it's
But no, there's profiles on LinkedIn that that promote themselves as generative AI filmmakers and promoting how great it is and just
and
God.
it's bad because the fact of the matter is that if you ever work for one of these places, they are just stealing your voice. Let me make
Yep.
that very, very fucking clear to every single person. If you want to be a voice actor, watch for if it's going to use AI, and when you are being questioned, when you are having your interview with them, if you are going to have an interview, make it very clear. I do not want my voice used to train or anything like that to do with the AI generation. Period. If you do this, I will not work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Am I clear? And sure, you're going to lose some jobs from doing that, but those are the people that you do not want to work with.
Exactly, because once they steal your voice, they can use it for anything.
Yeah,
They don't need a contract.
yeah,
I mean, a lot of people will make sure that they don't have a contract with you so they can use it however they want.
yeah,
And you'll have no legal if they get you in a contract.
yeah. And one of the things that I want to make very clear is like, if I get a contract, my contract will say my voice will never be used in generative AI. Period.
Mm.
And if it is, uh, that company should yeah, that is unacceptable. That company needs to be stopped. So, yeah, and
Yeah.
I will. I'm gonna make sure that that is in my contract if I ever work in something like that. If my voice is used in generative AI by said company, then they lose all their money. And that money then goes is redistributed to every single voice actor that they have wronged. That is something that I want to make very clear. Any money that they got from those things that should all the money should go to every single artist that they have wronged.
Yep.
So, yeah, um, I'm gonna make a lot of enemies with that, but I don't care. But yes, that is
No,
that.
we need more and more people saying
Yeah,
their stance against AI.
we do, and
We can't give in to the machine.
we can't. We definitely cannot, and there is so much with it that is just really bad. And let's actually talk about the assistants. Let's talk about how there are really bad things about the assistants. Let's talk like Gemini, um, uh, Opera's thing, whatever that is. I don't fucking care. I hate Opera so much. I hate Gemini,
Mhm.
because those are AI bullshit. They are stealing work from people in order to fuel their supplies.
Yeah, I think I'm
The
not sure if
original
Siri.
Google
I know
AI was
that.
fine. What they had before Gemini, that was
Yeah,
fine because it was like, granted, it sometimes got things wrong. It did, but at the same time, it was not as evil. It wasn't stealing people's work. It wasn't doing a lot of things. And same thing goes for like other programs. There are a lot of programs.
Rock,
Yeah, fuck
which
Grok.
I still find the only time everyone was fully applauding Grok is when it called out Elon Musk and started stating how bad generative AI was against Elon
itself, pretty much.
Musk's wishes. Yeah. And so somebody basically poisoned Grok, and it was
That was
hilarious
awesome.
watching the spiral.
Yeah, that's fair. That
Because yeah, the X was spiraling trying to fix it, and no,
nope.
they
And
probably did fix it
also,
now, but
I just want to bring up like where Grok comes from. Like nobody, like I don't think I saw anyone talking about this when it was happening. The word that word comes from a book, and that book is kind of extremely bad. Um, I don't know if you
what is it from? No, I'm not aware of any of this. What?
uh Stranger in a Strange Land, I think is what it's called. I think that's the name of it. It's about a guy from
Mhm.
Mars. Um,
Okay.
so Grok was a thing in that book where it was basically to fully understand something. Um, in
Oh, was it a AI character?
no, that was just a term that this one character used in who was a Martian that was basically whenever he said he like fully understood something, he would say that he grokked it. Um, that's not a joke. That is
Huh.
actually a thing. Um, I OSP did a video about this thing. It's bad. It's really bad. The book is really fucking bad. Um, because the guy is like very anti LGBT. Um,
Okay. The author or the
yes,
character?
yes, both. The
Both.
author is like shoving all of this stuff down your throats, and like um it's bad. I don't want to get into like who exactly
Yeah.
this guy was. He
Yeah.
was
No.
just but let's
People
just
can do their own research.
what I would
Um.
recommend that you do is if you want to know what I'm talking about, watch OSP's video on I believe it's A Stranger in a Strange Land is what it's specifically called. Um,
You'll leave a link in the
I will
video too,
try.
right?
I'm gonna try to put a link in the description of like that is where Grok comes from.
Worst
Um,
comes to worst, you can always do it in the comments and pin it.
yeah, I might do that as well.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
see
probably
exactly what
the
we'll see what
easiest step.
happens. There's gonna be a
Hmm.
few links in the description. If there uh, specifically, we're gonna have one for you.
Hmm.
For your blue sky, we're gonna have. I want to put one for OSP's video about Stranger in a Strange Land, if I can find it.
Should we also do that link to that Facebook group so that more people can learn?
If you can send it to me, then I will do so.
Yeah,
I will try and do that.
I think I sent it to you in the chat.
Okay. Let me see here. In this one? Okay. Yeah, you. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, we'll share that. That's the Artists Against Generative AI. Yeah. So lots of things like
Hmm.
that. We will
Yeah,
fight.
there's like over 1,000 members in that, so you'll learn a lot. And it's also not just learning. People will share their own like artwork, kind of we'll call it palette cleanser against all this generative AI stuff
Yeah. Okay. I'm
too.
going to. I found the video. Let me go ahead and send that to you. I'm gonna send it to you through Facebook. But that's where Grok comes from, and like
Got it.
the fact that that's a thing is insane. It's about a sex cult. That's
I'm sorry.
yeah.
What?
This is when I say it's bad, I mean it's bad. It's a very very bad book. Um,
Okay.
that's why I specifically suggest watching OSP's video on it because it's a summary of it, and it's talking about like how he is honestly truly an awful person. So yeah, but that I, I think the point that I'm trying to make with that is like if uh, if you name your AI program something from a very bad book, you are a terrible human being. As soon as I heard what the name was, I was like, no. No, 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 no. Fuck you. Go to hell. Because, like, I knew about this. I had watched this video multiple times before any of this happened. Because this video came out 6 years ago.
Mm.
That she did this. That OSP did this. Where she talked about this book. And the fact that this fucker decided to do that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why is that a thing? Like, you should never ever do that. So that's why I'm going to be sharing that in the comments or it's going to be in the description. I'm going to share that video. I'm going to share like I said, we'll have the Facebook page that is that is fully against AI.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also be having your thing. Also, like I said, I have sent this to Jack. If Jack does talk about this at all, if he leaves any comments about like something specific that he wanted to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
those will be pinned in the description below, or pinned in the comments. So
Mm-hmm.
take a look at those. I'm gonna try to keep it. I'm gonna talk to him a little bit later, and we'll figure out exact details on how to make sure that this is as good as possible. Um,
And I know people were like saying, I guess, the latest theory, and there were some aspects of it which I still haven't updated my iOS. I didn't like the new look of something, so I was like, I don't want to do it. I know I should for security purposes, especially now since I can't update my watch without updating.
yeah,
Very tricky. And it's also why a lot of people sometimes we don't update our iOSs with Apple because we know sometimes they will slow things down, especially for older phones or older tech
yeah,
as the new phones come out. I mean, I think what they're up to Apple what like iPhone 18 or something like that.
something
Like
like that. I don't know.
god.
It's insane,
I
and it's
literally
just
only got a 14 Pro with terabyte because I'm an artist. So I um, I think it was a few. No, it had to be more than a few years ago because Sebastian. It was when Sebastian was a manager, and I sold Pokemon cards to him.
fair enough. But yeah, there's so much bullshit. Anyways, we should
Yeah.
probably call it there for today's video. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed our discussion against AI. Because holy shit, fuck AI. It's so bad.
I mean,
Um,
should we say like if they have more to say, they can tell us in the comments and stuff,
yes,
and
please leave your
yeah,
comments, leave
like
your questions.
or like
Um,
or if you have what like art that they want to share too,
I
or like
there
for
is so in the description is
Mhm.
a link to my uh is a link to my Discord,
Mhm.
my public Discord. Um,
Mhm.
if you have an artwork that you really like, feel free to share that in that Discord. Um, but yeah, or
Or like
this is
their own
actually
art and
this is one of those the few videos where I will say, if you are an artist who loves to do your artwork, feel free to share your art, a link to your art in the comments. There might it might get flagged for a little bit, but
Mhm.
I will look at as many as I can, and I will go ahead and specifically say, hey, yes, go for it. That is something that I will say right now. Share your links to your blue skies. Share your links to your other things. If it is not if we know if I will probably actually have you look at a lot of these to make sure that there's no like AI and stuff in there.
Mhm.
Um, and
Yeah.
then if it's no AI and you are an artist, please feel free to link your various different socials in the comments, and we will Just be aware that if you do post something that is AI, we will probably block your comment. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep.
But yes, feel free to ask your questions. Um, I this video is going to I'm going to be sharing this with both Gothic Pheonix and Jack, and we'll be keeping an eye on this to basically answer questions. Um, any questions that one of us has, we will try and do something to actually talk about it. Um, but anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's nerd chat and are looking forward to the next one. Fuck AI, kill it dead, and let's fight AI with our passions.
Oh
That
yeah.
is the way that we
Oh
should.
yeah. And I know there are also some apps out that I still haven't learned about. There's these things called glazing artists are doing, because sometimes watermarks aren't cutting it anymore,
Yeah,
or we're purposely poisoning the AI
we barely talked about tracing. I'm kind of realizing that as we're
glazing. Oh yeah,
tracing. Tracing, there are issues with tracing, but comparatively, like you're
they're
gonna
not
need
as
to learn.
bad.
Like we talked a little bit about
Yeah.
how it's like part of the learning process, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. But anyways, guys, like I said, hopefully you've enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time. But on